Tennessee River Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The Volunteers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Handoff for Frazier. Can't get him to the ground. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Across the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Working the middle, it's complete. And it's caught, but he's stopped short, and you have to get the route past the marker on 4th down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
They'll try the left side. Got a little grass. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the ground, he's got it again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Baker. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The snap sets up the throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Unloads it downfield. Makes a grab right down the middle. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Tight end now in motion. He'll run it again. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the running game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but
Intercepted to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Gonna run it. It's Bishop. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown Volunteers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra. And then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 40, the 30. Running inside the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gives it on the option. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Right back to the well. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Bishop. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. He wants to change this route. And send the tight end in motion. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Davis. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys.
And it looks as if they fuzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
And the Volunteers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's the give off the left side. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Volunteers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll move the tight end. Give to the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On the run, it's Bishop. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Creates a little space. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. The Vols come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. This is a designed run. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on fourth and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do with it.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll try it again. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Corner's going to give them room. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous. Shoot up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Going for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. They're still down by a field goal. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with UAB taking on the Navy Midshipmen. And it's the Blazers, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. It evens up their record at 2-2 on the season following a nice home win. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning it.
Wide open spaces. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown ball. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What a game he's had. Third touchdown of this one, and 5 on the season.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. So this second half didn't exactly... And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Scoop and score. Touchdown Volunteers. These guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Calls his own number. Past the 40. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and 1 play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Tight end now in motion. The give, running right, it's Frazier. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Trying play action. He lets it fly. Going up for grabs, and he beats his man and pulls it down.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. 8th play of the drive coming up. Send the tight end in motion. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Vols have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
The run inside. It's Bishop. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He might want another play. Rides to back and leaves it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. He's stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Now the connection takes it to the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give to Frazier. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Frazier again. Oh, he got loose. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Here's Nate Frazier. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
What a great play by the defense. When you talk about this running back, he's got a nose for the end zone. He just finds a way. You've seen that a couple times already early in this game, but defense wasn't having any of it that time.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? DBs will try to keep everything in front. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. Inside the 50. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for space. It's Bishop. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Now on 2nd down. Frazier again. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
And every offense is different. The 2-minute drill looks different for everybody. Slipping the run in there, sometimes it can be good, but you can't do that much more with that clock ticking out.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Listen, guys, final 2 minutes of this game, you've got to throw. You've got to be able to pick out wide receivers one-on-one that are going to make a play. I love running the football, but now is not the time. You need points to win.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. He's stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense.
Well, it's a moment in a game offensively where you like to think you can just run the football and that down and distance to stay on the field, but David, the defense wasn't having it. They completely bowed up front. Physical, and they dominated in that play. Absolutely nowhere for that guy to go, and this offense is going to walk out of here with the L.
And maybe you thought you could catch them off guard by running the football. You got to get this first down to extend the drive, to stay in the game. But the defense was not fooled. They were absolutely ready, in position, secure, strong, physical tackle in a big-time moment to get the W.